Hi, James Brannan here, and welcome again to Stop Smoking the Complete Way. Now, this is another technique that I recommend you apply to eliminate cravings. Now, by the way, I've probably already told you in the session, we don't really call them cravings, we call them rebalancing sensations, because that's the actual truth. That's actually a more truthful statement about what's going on. When you stop smoking, certainly for the first few days, maybe the first week, up to 2 to 3 weeks, you are switching from a nicotinic system and your body is rebalancing itself. Well, that's up to 3 weeks. First few days may be felt the most. That tends to be the case from reports from people who'd stopped smoking. So use this technique. This one is called faster EFT. Faster EFT. And EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Technique. Faster emotional freedom technique. So we are freeing ourselves from the feelings of those rebalancing sensations or cravings if we have to. So that's what we're doing when we're applying this technique. We've probably already done this in the session. This is really just a recap and reminder. So you're probably already familiar with this. This video is to help you to remind yourself of the tapping points that we're going to apply and the whole routine. Now, when we apply faster EFT, we are changing the signal that's going on in the brain. There tends to be a kind of trapped effect in the brain, in our neurology in the brain, when we get a craving or rebalancing sensation. It's the nicotinic system saying, come on, feed me, I need you, I want it. And so that sort of zing in a part of the brain is what creates the sort of sense of urgency or need or want. So this sends the signal from that part out and around the cortex of the brain and disperses the signal. So apply this technique. It's not a distraction. It is scientifically proven. This is really neuroscience. We're sending brain signals to other areas of the brain. It works. And it works very quickly. So let's go ahead and apply the technique. Now, it does involve also a squeeze of the wrist. I've probably shown you this in our session together. With your palm towards you, take your middle finger and thumb and wrap them like a bracelet all the way around your wrist, finding that little notch there, that little crevice, which is basically this side of your hand here. Put the fingertip into there, thumb wraps round so you know you're getting the same place every single time. That's very important because your brain is encoding an association between the squeeze of this wrist like this and feeling a certain way. And the more we do this technique, it's coding into your mind a stronger connection with feeling calm, feeling relaxed, feeling really good. We're going to apply the breathing as well. So the first tapping point is between the eyebrows. Now you can hit it with one finger, but probably better with two, and hit it with a couple of fingers like that. Now when we are letting go of the sensation that's going on, we're just saying let it go, okay? And then it's outside the eye, we're going to say let it go. It's under the eye next and we say let it go. And then I call this the badge point. It's often called the collarbone point, but your collarbone's up here and it's down where you might wear a poppy or a badge, let's say, or an emblem or logo. So tap that area there for the last one. Okay, now the very first thing that we do is, of course, get in touch with the feeling. Where is it? Let's say at this moment in time, I've got this sort of rebalancing sensation going on. I've got the zing in the brain, feeling like I want a cigarette. Okay, it's an 8 out of 10. It's pretty strong. Okay, so I've noticed where it is. I feel it in my body, feel it in my head as well, and it's an 8 out of 10. Okay, let's start applying the tapping and bring that right down. So I'm going to go. Let it go. Just tapping a few times, 5 to 10 times. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Now remember the breathing, so I'm going to put the eyes up. Hold the breath, prepare the wrist. Let the eyes close and start breathing out. When you feel really good on the out breath, when it's most relaxing, squeeze the wrist at that particular point. And then say a word like peace or calm. I'm going to say peace. So peace. Good. Now check in with yourself and notice, how has it changed? How much has it changed? Is it the same or different? It's probably different. So it's probably moved down a point or two. So let's say I was an 8. It's now a 6. that's sort of typical that it can go down in twos like that. So again, I reapply the process. It's now a 6. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go, air out, deep breath in, hold and look up. Squeeze the wrist. Peace. Now, I don't know if you can even notice it, but I've got a kind of tingly, flush sensation in the face, in the mind as well, in the body. So that calm sensation as I squeeze the wrist, we're creating a neurological association through the nervous system to the brain that in future the squeeze of the wrist can equal a calm feeling just on its own. We've got to do it enough times. Now I'm down to a 4. 2 more times ought to do it and bring it right down to a 1 or a 0. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Peace. Okay, getting in touch with myself again now. I feel a slight sort of lightheadedness. Yeah, okay, it's come down to a 2. 1 more round should do it. So here we go. Let it go. Let it go. Under the eye, let it go. Badge points, let it go. Look up. Squeeze the wrist. Peace. Yeah, good, okay. Right, so now that's come right down. Okay, that's how it should be. Okay, if you need to do more rounds, do more rounds. Sometimes it might be a little bit stubborn to get going at first. Just keep persisting, keep going. You know, it doesn't take long. It won't take as long as my explanation here because I was explaining it as we're going along. You could just whip through this thing within probably 2 minutes, and even in that time have done 7 or 8 rounds of it to bring it down if necessary. It might come down in just 2 or 3 rounds, but maybe a few more. Persist and keep it going. So again, call me if you need to ask any further questions. Hopefully that's useful and a good prompt to remind you of what we did in the session. Thanks for watching and good luck with it. Bye for now.